On behalf of Talent Sprint, I would like to welcome you all once again for this very important seminar, particularly to discuss on what is the crisis and is there any opportunity. As our keynote speaker, Dr. Rangarajan sir mentioned, whenever there is a crisis, there is an opportunity. So I would like to dwell upon what is the crisis. Maybe my friends from the industry will talk about what are the opportunities because of the rising of expectations from the industry. I would like to bring the comparison when we started the IT industry in the country in the 90s. What was the situation and what is the situation today? When we started this IT industry in 90s, those days there were not too many jobs available. Even those few jobs which were available, they are very rudimentary kind of work, very low level porting jobs, testing jobs, and most of them the so-called body shopping kind of activities the Indian IT industry started. On the educational front, we had great institutions producing the graduates, undergraduates from IITs, RACs, even the private sector colleges quality was so good. So we never had any problems on the quality side, or the demand supply situation was not there during that time. But if you compare the situation now, in fact particularly the topic raising the employer's expectation, the Indian IT industry, not only the IT industry, even the other industry also, there's a lot of value addition has happened. They moved up the value chain from mere doing the rudimentary jobs in the IT sector. Today, most of the IT services companies are actually delivering not only the services, but also some of the IPs as a part of the deliverables. From the headcount-based billing, they come out with the outcome-based kind of a billing. And a lot of product companies are coming up in India. A lot of companies, you must have noticed that one company got acquired by Facebook in Bangalore, another company, Yahoo has acquired. A lot of such startup company, product companies are coming up. And also, the low-level jobs are getting digitized. All the jobs which are routine jobs, they're all getting automated and digitalized. So there is no scope for the ordinary person with an ordinary knowledge to get into any of those jobs because complexity of jobs have increased. On the contrary, today, compared to 90s, the education sector, if you see, those days education quality was very good. From then onwards, instead of going up the value chain, unfortunately our education standards are coming down every year. Today, I keep getting a lot of emails. Somebody recently sent a mail. He hired some electrical engineer for some college. It seems that engineering graduate, he was not even knowing what is the difference between the color code for a neutral wire and the live wire, and that is the kind of knowledge that being imparted in the engineering colleges. And everybody says that up to 12th grade, the students are really good. By the time they come out of that 4 years of engineering, I don't know what is happening, what is the process that being implemented in the many engineering colleges, barring few good universities and good private sector engineering colleges. But majority of them, they're converting all these bright, talented students into a dumb. They don't have even a basic knowledge. They don't neither domain knowledge or application knowledge nor communication skills, nothing. They're just printing the degree certificates and sending them. So that's where the problem today. That's where the crisis. Though there are jobs in the industry, industry cannot employ them because they are not employable. This is, as my colleague Shantanu mentioned, this is going to create a big social problem in the country. Like Ramesh Reddy's case, the BBC, when he interviewed, he was a farmer's son. He was able to at least get some training with Talent Sprint and able to get a job. In his interview, he clearly mentioned, had he not got this training, neither he can do the farming job, nor he can get a job. and how he is going to take care of his family. I think this is going to be the biggest problem in the country of 1.3 billion population. The moment the employment creation, the moment we are not able to employ the graduates, undergraduates, the youth coming out of the colleges, I think that will create a big social problem. A lot of unrest will be there, a lot of riots in the streets, because how many days, how many years, that unemployed graduate can keep quiet. Recently, when I was in Tirupati, when I went to an engineering college, they said there was a theft in the college, and it seems in the computer lab, I don't know who has stolen, but they've taken away all the hard disks and important components like that, and they sold those things to somewhere in the market. And their analysis is this must have been done by some engineering graduates, because the knowledge, at least they have some knowledge on which are critical, which can be taken away and all that. Already this is happening. The unemployed engineers are resorting to all these kind of situations, and if that grows, I think no amount of police can help this country, and that's where all of us have to collectively take this responsibility. There's no blame game. Oh, you are not teaching them properly, because of that it's happening, or industry, we don't care about what you do, but we want good quality, this thing. So this, I think we should come out of the blame game, look at innovatively, how do we solve this problem. In fact, there are some people like, for example, Dr. Vishnu Raju, the same AICT mechanism, the same kind of ecosystem what he has, but he came out with an innovative way how we can get, for example, one casing point is when he started a new engineering college in Hyderabad. From the year one, he started giving extra training for all the engineering students in his college, and I believe in the third year itself, most of them are getting the internship not from services companies, even big companies, product companies like Microsoft and Amazon and kind of product companies. They are offering internships to those newly is not even, they don't have even credibility that yes, people have passed out and they have got a good track record and all that. It's a new engineering college. They are still in third year engineering. They are able to get that kind of internship from product companies. So I think we need such innovative solutions. We have to think out of the box. Then definitely all of us can address this social problem. Otherwise, if you keep telling that government is not doing, AICT is not doing, universities are bad and there are no teachers and all that, let's not start complaining about all these things. Given the situation, how can we innovatively think through and solve this problem? This is a problem of the country, and all of us have to put in our mind. And once you put in that kind of effort and all that, this thing, like Dr. Vishnu Raju, definitely every one of you, all of us, can provide solutions to this problem. And this country has got great talent and a lot of opportunities are there. My industry friends will talk about those opportunities, but we have to work sincerely with a dedication and a commitment to solve this problem. So with this, I once again welcome you all for this very important session, and I'm sure at the end of this session we will have some innovative solutions. I just wanted to thank our friend Dilip Shenoy from NSDC. Though NSDC through their partners trying to solve this problem in smaller ways through transparency and all that, the problem is quite big. They cannot alone solve this problem. That's the reason why I request all of you to think about this problem and how we can address this problem. Thank you once again.